I'm here in Nozawa Onsen and I've been looking to find a gym to do a good pool day in, and I think I finally found one after looking around. It hasn't been like the other places I've been traveling to, which have had these gyms and fitness centers for 100, 200 yen, and it's been so good. But here it's been difficult. So I think I finally found this gym and let's go check it out. Alright, finally made it to the gym. I was at the top of the hill, so a lot more cardio than I thought I'd be doing, but nevertheless, I made it. Let's go check it out. Alright, I'm starting off with deadlifts, doing 3 sets of 6 to 8 reps, really pushing for failure here. It's my main compound back movement for this pull day, so I'm primarily targeting almost the entire back, which includes the erector spinae, the traps, the lats, and some activation of the rhomboids and rear delts as well. Usually I would opt for a pull-up, but this gym lacks a pull-up bar as the ceiling is very close. And also this is somehow my first time doing deadlifts after almost 1 year of going to the gym, so mainly trying to start off light and get my form better before upping the weight. Alright, just following up with incline barbell rows to build that back thickness. Mind the gyat, but the muscles here that are stimulated include the rhomboids, mid-traps, and rear delts. I probably should be slowing down the eccentric more on this set, but something I need to fix. But doing 3 sets of 6 to 8 reps, and of course achieving failure in the last set. Although I'd usually just do 2 sets of failure, I chose 3 because I'm trying to focus on my back thickness, and in addition I typically also shrug the last reps as well. Okay, for the third exercise, I'm just doing a dumbbell lat pullover, which the GPT recommended to me. Although I've never seen anyone do this movement, I was just aiming to target my lats as I don't have any other vertical movement to do. And to be honest, the stretch felt quite good, although there was not much tension at the top of the movement, so. Rear delts are my 4th and final exercise for back. And obviously the main muscle is the rear deltoids. I just do 2 sets of 8 to 10 reps, going to failure of course. Now once again the eccentric could be lengthened here for better muscle activation and stimulus, so. Okay, for biceps I'm doing an incline dumbbell curl for the long head. Just doing 2 sets of 6 to 8. Typically I set the bench angle to 30 to 40 degrees to make sure that I'm achieving optimal long head isolation here. I love going to failure on these, it just feels so good for some reason, so. Next up is a standing barbell curl to target the short head of my bicep. I'm doing a free weight rather than a controlled movement such as a machine or preacher curl. One, because it's not available at this underground gym, and it also forces my body to stabilize the weight, which in turn activates more muscles and more fibers, which optimize greater growth stimulus. Alright, now just finished off. I learned this off some Russian guy on Instagram, and it's just some reverse a barbell curl to hit the brachialis. Now, as a final review, I'm just going to rate the gym on 3 metrics, which are equipment, atmosphere, and overall convenience. So, for this gym, well, the equipment obviously isn't going to be as good as other gyms, like commercial gyms and even any local gyms, but it is enough to get a full, good quality workout in and work pretty much every muscle group pretty well. So I think I'm going to just rate this a 3 out of 10. For atmosphere, I'm going to be basing it off of things like, what were the people like, what was the environment like, was there any music, how was the overall vibe and feeling. So there was no music, so you kind of had to just create your own atmosphere, and I don't know, there was no one else there. The people were super nice at the front, and I didn't have any problems, so I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. And lastly, for convenience, the convenience I'm going to rate as a 5 out of 10. It's at the top of the hill, so it's about a 10 to 15 minute walk from everywhere. And also, it's 500 yen per hour, although the guys really weren't that strict. They were quite nice and forgiving and generous, so that's a bonus. But you do have to reserve your spot, and if someone else is working out, you can't work out with them. So overall, what does that make it? A 5 out of 10. Not bad, and honestly, it's probably the best gym in Nozawa Onsen if you're on a budget and not trying to spend 1,700 yen an hour, in my personal opinion, or booking any expensive hotels. So that's all.